Hello, Professor. This presentation today that I'm going to do highlights on the Agile case study focused on the Furry Friends new website project. The analysis is organized into three core areas: the product backlog, the burn down chart, and the burn up chart, along with the key insights and strategic recommendations for each section. The part one is a product backlog. The team began by developing a product backlog that prioritizes the highest value feature for Furry Friend stakeholders. A total of 10 user stories are selected based on stakeholder needs, project goals, and initial discovery sessions. Um, each story is framed from the user's perspective, ranked by priority, and sized according to estimated complexity, classified as small, medium, or large. Uh, Notable user stories include a potential adopter who wants to view pets available for adoption to find one that fits their lifestyle. This is the top priority item, estimated as medium. A donor who wants to submit online applications or donations to support the Rescue Foundation, as also prioritized highly and is a medium in size. A user seeking to create an account and log in to track the activity with the organization, another medium effort. Additional stories focus on fostering request, volunteer opportunities, profile management, FAQs, and confirmation emails. These user stories were informed by the user story map and empathy mapping exercises from earlier stages of the project, ensuring that the needs of the donors, adopters, foster parents, volunteers, and internal roles such as coordinators were effectively represented. Next is the burn down chart analysis. Now let's talk about the sprint burn down chart. By day 6, the team completed 18 out of 40 story points with a slightly fluctuating pace. A strong performance spike on day 4 showed good collaborations or effective planning. However, a flat line between day 5 and day 6 hinted a blocker or rising complexity. So, how are we doing overall? The team is slightly below the ideal 4 points a day velocity, but still on track. If they continue at their current average of 4.17 points a day, they can complete the sprint on time. However, there is a risk of burnout if this pace isn't sustainable. To prevent delays, I'd recommend mid sprint reviews to identify the blockers, work in progress limits to improve focus, swarming and pair programming to tackle tough tasks quickly. A key insight is that divergence from the ideal line often means internal issues, which can be poor backlog grooming, unclear tasks, or uneven work distribution. It could also stem from external factors like scope changes or stakeholder interruptions. Backlog refinement and better sprint planning can help realign the team. One major improvement was observed on day 4, where major points were delivered in one day. This could be due to enhanced coordination, clear user stories, or a focus sprint planning. Now, when it comes to the part 3, burn up chart analysis. Now, on the burn up chart, by sprint 5, the team completed 198 out of 320 story points with an average velocity of nearly 40 points. This matches expectations. Though there was a dip in sprint 5 performance after a high in sprint 3 and 4. These fluctuations can be explained by several factors: uneven task complexity, shifting priorities, or the team addressing more bug fixes in sprint 5. At the current rate, the team needs approximately 3 more sprints to finish the remaining 122 points. This is achievable but will require consistency. I would recommend backlog grooming to ensure tasks are ready, realistic sprint goals aligned with capacity, knowledge sharing to manage absence or bottlenecks. There are risks too, such as incorrect estimations, team unavailability, and scope creep. These can be mitigated with relative estimation methods like planning poker, buffer planning, and tight scope control. If scope increases to 350 points, it would nearly take 9 sprint instead of 8. To manage this, we'd reprioritize the backlog and shift lower value features to future releases. To stabilize the velocity, we should limit overcommitment, avoid multitasking, and encourage team communication and psychological safety. Daily stand ups and retrospective can help maintain momentum. My final thoughts: as a Scrum Master, I present both charts to stakeholders with transparency, highlighting how the team has recovered from early setbacks and is now on track. I provide visual updates weekly along with mid sprint summaries. This will help build trust and confidence while maintaining expectations. To summarize, the team is capable and on track, but must focus on the maintaining a steady pace. Agile best practices like backlog refinement, WIP limits, and retrospectives are very crucial. Communication and adaptability, I believe, are the keys to successful delivery here. Thank you for listening. I hope this walkthrough helped you understand the analysis of both the projects and strategies that can be used to ensure that successful projects are completed. Thank you.